Okay, I had to move some around. I hate when they cut my videos off because they let them run long enough for them to be edited. So I'll be paying attention to the times on my videos for the sake of this recording. My videos be edited like I don't know what, to the point of making my skin look bad, to putting bumps on my skin, to all kind of stuff to add on to their theory. She's a crackhead and all of this other kind of retarded mess they got going on. So what I was saying, and I was going to run past that because I really didn't want to get on Walmart like that at all because I'm not offended by it. I'm more so offended at the fact that I be looking at them and saying, "Are you serious? Like, you believe they believe themselves? They do." And so since they do, the Lord told me, go with the multitude. Go with the multitude. Do not turn the multitude away. These people are the multitude because they're representing an organization, and that's a multitude, and it's only one of me. And the Lord is saying, do not turn away the multitude. And so he told me today when I was laying there, I have a plan. And I haven't said too much of my plan yet. But the Lord gave me a plan. And that was part of it. Don't turn them away. That is your money. Let them do whatever they're doing because they think that they're running it. And the Lord needs to show this organization that you might run other people and run the world, but you do not run Crystal Ketchup. That's mine. She belongs to me. And God has a point to prove in this. And it's not my reputation on the line. It's not my word. It's not my sanity. It's not me. It's the Lord. And they got to see God. And all these people that's coming up against me, God is casing them up like that. I'm not building the cases. God is. Because God see what they're doing to me. And so he's showing me to let them know you messing with my child. And she got your intel because I'm telling her what you're doing. And they don't really want to believe that. They sent a man yesterday to say he get revelations when he's on crack and he's in another dimension. They done sent that message twice. They sent it about a Tonka truck man. No one is in another dimension. They're retarded. They come up with this stuff in these books because they don't believe in the Lord. I'm not committing crime. I've not committed any crimes in the state of California, period. My name is Crystal Ketchup legally because I got married. I was born Crystal Jackson. I married Ketchup, and that's the end of it. And I'm not committing any crimes. I'm not on the run. I didn't come up here to hide or anything. They act like being in California is a crime. It's not. I've always wanted to come here. And if the police wouldn't have took my stuff out of my computer in 2012 when I met Ketchup, and that would have showed that was one of my goals to always come here and move over there in Beverly Hills and live happily ever after and vacation at the Beverly Hills. So, but anyway, I don't really want to get into a lot of that. I'm at the hospital. I came up here to see how they gonna fix what they doing with this appendix. And to see how they was going to come up with it. And this is going to be letting me see how they're trying to figure out how they're going to clean that up. Because they said my appendix is bad. So if it's bad, then this doctor should say that it's bad too. If he don't, then it's going to be a problem. So I came up here to see that and to see what was going on. And then I also came because, like I said, I slept all day. And I just wanted to zone out. So that's why I came up here. As far as with anything else, I am okay. I am fine. I decided to just abort. And I could see where in my future that I was alone. And I said that. And I seen myself in the exact house that I wanted outside of my immaculate one-level ranch. And I was completely alone with no one. And it's a man around, but he don't live with me. And that is the way that is looking like that's going to be. And I know that's probably hard to say, but who needs family when they're all bought and they're all sponsored? and they're all, on payroll. I don't really want to be bothered with that. I don't want to think about it. Like I said all the time, people only come around to do one or two things. They come around to either sabotage or make degrading comments about my relationship with God, or and try to minimize it, that it's not serious and that's casual, and that I'm a Christian that still very much indulge in a lot of crime and criminal activity, or B, that you're retarded and you're crazy, or C, they're not even going to acknowledge the situation at all and they're going to minimize it, or 4, that you're not married or some other thing, and then no one ever acknowledges sarcoidosis ever. And so I'm really anxious for them to just see how much money they're going to have to pay people to clean all this stuff up, because it's falling apart really bad. But I was told not to really comment on it anymore, for the simple fact of this is not like Atlanta when I had gas money to move around and move out of danger zones or whatever. It's not like that. Now, with them oppressing me and not letting me have a job and not letting me have no money, it keeps me restricted a little to a certain area. So that don't make a whole lot of sense to be like, oh, there's the police that is doing this to me. Ooh, and then you're just saying that out loud and he is just still out there. That's not a good idea. Because it's just opening myself up to Fourth Amendment violations, petty acts of crime to just be retaliatory. And another thing that I do want to say this is I'm paying attention to Metro PCS, to my display that is very much distorted, and that Metro is just giving a free hand to these police to use my device at will. Today it was on Wi-Fi calling. Today the police makes my screen, whereas Metro PCS, if you turn on your phone, it should have a legitimate, solid news screen. Mine does not. Mine go to whatever the police want me to see and put it up there. And what that does is it's making them have access. Today they changed my weather to 33 and moved it to the direct part of the screen. Then they put all these messages and codes and moved that to the middle of the screen. And they're not supposed to be doing that. So in order for me to do that, I have to start documenting. And when I start documenting, they'll stop. Once they see, oh, we're messing up, then they'll stop. And that's the way you have to do it with them. Just don't say nothing and start just just forming the legal cases, and they'll stop. They'll come up with another way to do it. But my phone is just, and I really have seriously just thought about just tearing it up and not having one, because it's just literally an electronic form of harassment that I'm taking down all day, from random dings to random sounds to alerts to false alarms to audible sounds that are connected to another device that they play in the front of their friends. So it looked like this is the device. It's not. You're hearing the sounds from the device that's not even here or that's close somewhere. And so it's just a bunch of stuff. It's carrying this phone is literally like carrying around a bunch of electronic harassment. So it looks like people are leaving or getting out of the hospital. So I probably have some room to go on the inside and sit down, but I wanted to sit down and write in my notebook and write more personal notes about today and what I think that I just don't want to share out loud that I might be able to write out here. Then again, I don't know. But that is what I wanted to say. Enough. I haven't heard from anybody today. My little, he's not a friend. I don't want to talk about him on here either. Nobody from the whole Walmart situation. I want those indictments to be surprised. But I want to go ahead and write mine first, my notes first. But I said that for the longest, and the police knew that I was staying at Walmart for a reason. And it wasn't for it to go bad. It was so that I could see. Normally in Atlanta, I moved around every night and stayed this one, stay that way, because it's safer. But here, I needed for all of this to get into one place so that I could see what was actually happening, actually get the people, and then let it all get caught up that way. And so that was the reason that I did it. And it was dangerous, but I just believe if God is with me and for me, then who could be against me? And when it's my time to go, ain't nothing nobody can do about it. When it's my time, it's my time. When it ain't, I don't care who it is and what organization you represent. If God didn't say it, then it's not happening. And that's my belief. And according to my belief, be it unto me. But these organizations and the people that choose to be a part of them, that don't have nothing to do with me. And I don't want to have no affiliation to it. And I don't know who came around and bought it in my life, but they could take it back. And I don't want nothing to do with that. So anything that I could possibly be framed for is because of that. And because of how it connects to Elijah Ketchup and these other federal organizations that are involved. My truck is still partially written on. And so things did take an agitated toll, obviously, when that happened. I mean, I can't believe some of the stuff that I wrote, but it's what I felt in the inside. And if the police had any sense, they look at it. I mean, what do we expect for her to say? How did we really expect for her to act when they know themselves? Is what she's saying true? Yeah. I mean, that's why Walmart should not have done that. They got so much going on. They got people walking in their stores with "be quiet and you can get money." What are you saying? Those are dates and times. And even if they erase it, doesn't matter. It happened. I got a tag number and a person with a message on his shirt. Have a good night. And they're going in your store, and these same people are flocking here, and you're helping them do all of this stuff together. It all comes together. They should not have done that. They should have just had that man come out there and just be nice and say, hey, this, that, and the other. But they didn't ban me from the store. The police said that, and he technically didn't do his formal thing that he should have done, which is another violation. When you're banned, they have to say a strategic comment, and you have to know that. So for them to say that you're banned from this Walmart and the police said that and Walmart didn't say that, that's a violation. Walmart has to make that declaration, and Walmart has to say that to me. Police cannot say that because that's not his business. That's not his store. Walmart has to say, hey, you cannot come back on this property at this location. They cannot say that. So that further lets me know that they want me to go to another location so they can do the same thing over there. Other than that, if it's a ban and you don't want me in Walmart, then you don't want me at Walmart. And the fact that with everything that I got going on, further, that was what they thought they were doing today to hurt me. No, they actually screwed themselves up a whole lot, and they're going to get it in these $1 million lawsuits that's coming to them. Because you got all these homeless people living in your parking lot. You got over 50, 60 homeless people living in your parking lot. And you tell me to leave and I've not done anything wrong. That's not a problem. The problem's going to come at why are you telling her to leave? Why? That's the problem. Even though it's your parking lot and you can do what you want to do, but you done sat here and with your cameras, and I took pictures tonight, they turned the lights off to dim it down so certain people couldn't be seen at night. They're screwed. Have a good night, Walmart. Get ready to pay me my money. Whenever y'all get ready to take me to court for all this junk, whatever, then we just gonna run that. And whatever they're doing with molestation, all of this stuff ties in. So it doesn't matter because I found a way. God showed me a way to link it all up. Don't matter what they come with. You're linking it all up under this. So it doesn't matter. And they think it does. It does not matter. They can come with molestation. God still showed me a way to link it back to Walmart. You can come with molestation. I'm still going over here. You come with molestation. I'm still going back to Ketchup. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I'm not a molester. I have not done anything wrong, and I'm being targeted. And the fact that they had another man come and say that the other day, even though there's having these staged comments being said, it's not going to matter. So they actually helped me, and that mean man that came out there today, you got to go. Good. Glad you came. I'm glad you brought all your different color people out here to say that, because that was just in my notebook. And I'm glad you came out here today. They had a came Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They would have been fine. The fact that y'all just had Rancho Cucamonga up there doing, act like they taking somebody to jail and there was nobody up there unless she was already in there, but nobody was in there. Then you had helicopters out there like they looking for somebody. That's a threat. Nobody was in the car. Then you had, what else did they have? The, God, maybe the Lord didn't want me to say nothing about that so they could be done changed it. Because he totally took that thought right out. So, like I said, I don't really want to talk about them too much because the way that it works now is if you tell them something that they plan on using and they can't use it, they're just going to erase it and change it. And I don't want them erasing and changing anything. I want them to do what they're doing. And like the Lord said, don't run away the multitude. For the simple fact of, if they're taking their time to do this and God is steady building my defense, I have nothing to worry about. When you come and falsely arrest me, you're the one going to jail and you're the one going to pay for it. So I'm in the clear. I've done nothing wrong. I'm not a criminal. I'm not into criminal activity and I'm not doing nothing wrong. So I don't have anything to be worried about. It doesn't mean that it's not an uncomfortable situation because I don't have a job, but I don't have anything to be worried about because I'm not doing a crime. I'm not committing a crime. So these stores that are committing crimes trying to catch me or trying to trap me, they have something to worry about. And I don't think it was a coincidence either that when they did what they did, it was a money truck right in front of them. That was the Lord. You doing that to me? And I got up and that man snatched that door open like that? That's a threat. And you said Walmart called you, so that means that Walmart have inside surveillance on my truck too, and told him that that door was open, and that man just snatched it open. I'm glad you did all of that and said Walmart sent you? That's a threat because it's in my notebook and they done seen it. That they said they're going to snatch me out of my truck. And the fact that they had them boys walking by this truck all the time looking in here. So they seen her. She got bungee cords all over that truck. All this stuff if they had any sense and wasn't trying to be evil, I'm sure their attorneys will tell them, you should not have had that kind of obligation on your property. She got too much going on. When the minute the police came and told them somebody's trying to kill her and you got to do this and you got to clean up this and clean up that, they should have said, ma'am. And they didn't because technically that would have been discriminating. So what they should have did was came out with a mass thing and said, over 72 hours, you can't be in the parking lot. They should have did like that. And then that way it would have been fine and that would have said one apply to one, apply for all. But when they took on the case and then, we'll let her stay here and we'll trap her, then good. And then when that trap didn't work and God trapped them, then they got mad. Get off the property. Now I'm off, but you're screwed. Because I done sat here and count all of these people. I'm working. That's why they be like, she's asleep. I'm not asleep. Anything. I'm working. Casing Walmart up. Because you sitting here, I'm letting you, and I'm looking every time I come in that store to the right. Look here, to the right. They think they slick. No, you're still sending messages. You're still being mean. I'm watching the posters that just suddenly went up. They're doing this to aggravate you. So they did it. And so it's in the double digits. And I'm taking it all the way back to Kentucky when I called the police on them at the store. I called the police on the police in Walmart in Kentucky because they were doing wrong. So they can have a seat. They're paid, and they're the biggest retailer in the world. And I'm glad that W is on the front. That stands for warrior now because they're the biggest retailers in the world, and you're going to get sued for being evil. They just being evil for no reason. I gave them compliments because I still would give them that because they don't harass me like everybody else do. they used a clean harassment, like I said, a false illusion of help. When I can't wait to go back, and it's in my notebook, I coded it. They think that the surveillance team at night in the golf carts, honey, them people took them same golf carts and put them on the back of their trucks with their messages on the side, letting me know that these people that's doing the night security is on our time. I have no time for it. They think that I'm slow. I'm not. I was investigating. Them people that roll in them trucks, them little carts, them people is on payroll. They're not. That's not why I said the security is not security. You're running from the police. So yeah, you can't just look at it and be like, oh, that's the police car, I'm safe. The police is who's doing this to you. So yeah, you see Rancho Cucamonga, but who is he working for out here tonight? Who's paying him to be here? And what is he paid here to do? Nothing but look good on their cameras. That's it. We had surveillance. No, you didn't, because the people that's doing this to me. Of the few. So no, have a seat. I've been said that before this came along. Rancho is not Rancho. And I gotta be who's working behind that wheel of that car and using their own threats against me. These people are organizations, ma'am. So that means that everybody is on payroll. Have a good night. And I got their own people to come out there and say that with all of them subliminal messages. I don't want to hear none of that. Take that mess on somewhere. Nobody care. Like, go on. If you charging me with molestation, then go ahead and create your children. Be out there doing that, because everybody gonna wonder, well, who did she molest? And I'm just gonna be surprised at that. And I'm good. That junk is disgusting. So I don't even pay that no attention, or pay them no attention, or pay none of this other false stuff they're doing. I think these people, for the last time, are retarded. That's what I think. And very, very petty. Very petty. Very petty. And the fact that they're doing everything in sync with my notebook because they're getting mad. When you're getting mad and you're forgetting, I'm time stamping and I'm writing, and you doing this right after that, that means you looked in my notebook and you saw that and you immediately retaliated. And that's going to look bad in court. It's going to look bad in court. Walmart, you got her up and she was taking a nap and the man snatched the door open. It's just, girl, you look bad. It looks bad. And when it looks bad and the jury hear it, and there's 900 people against one person, and she don't have nobody on her side, no. And there's 9,000 people against one person, it just looks bad. And they're all saying the same thing. She's retarded. She smoked crack. The police never bothered her. She sees she's delusional. It does look bad when you can sit up there and you can tell the jury before they even talk, this is what this one is going to say. This one is what this one's going to say. This one is what this one came to do. This is what this one is going to say. This is what this one did. It just looks, it's boring. It's boring. So I'm at the doctor. I'm waiting to be seen. I slept today and took a nap. And I know that the Lord was right, because I'm not tired. And tonight I feel like myself. And when I was over there, I said the same thing like Sinesta. I couldn't stay awake. Even when the guy came around, I started to notice I get very sleepy. And I would normally be up and can stay up. So I started closing these vents today, and took a nap and feel a whole lot better. And all I did was close the vents. Didn't have them open today. And so even the police, it knows that they was putting me to sleep over there in Walmart parking lot. And that's where and these people want to act like they are so all against me. I know how to turn them. I know how to turn it in court. Because, man, why were you out there? And what did your shirt say? And what did you say? Because they tell on each other. Because it's, I guess, different departments. Who cares about all that junk? I'm saying too much. But normally, when I case them up and God case them up like that, I brag and I be glad to tell them. I'm not doing that this time, because Walmart is the biggest retailer in the world, and I'm not finna give them no information to go and change. I'm gonna let them think that they have won and that they did a great job, and go ahead and keep putting all of that mess together, and anything that happened in that parking lot, that's what I want you to do, and they're gonna pay something serious, and it's gonna be in the double digits. And the police know for a fact that I'm right. That's why they had that Brinks truck in the front when they did what they did. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Because all you did was get me some money so I can go, and I needed some extra money because I was running out putting my plan together for my homeless people. And I was running out of money because I only got certain lawsuits paid in to my plan so far. So with Walmart, nope, I'm good. I could pay up a bunch of more salaries for the year, help a bunch of more people, and that 95% of whatever millions I'm going to get out of them, I don't know. Me and the Lord going to put it together, but it's going to be in the double digits, and they're going to learn. You don't talk to nobody. And next time somebody come on your property with a bunch of stuff, you'll have a sign up here to say you got 72 hours, or you'll leave that person alone, period. But when you took it upon yourself to clean up this store, and to move the garbage, and to provide all this security, and to put these people in this parking lot with these cell phones and all this stuff, recording these conversations and riding around, you did way too much. And you did it, and then you not did it because you got spiteful and you got mad. Because what? Your notebook. And what you put on your truck, and they retaliated, period. And you can't justify it because I didn't do anything wrong. Nothing. And I can't wait to see all the made videos and all of that. That's where they're going to go, right on the jail. And they turned out the lights only on that's where it's going to really look bad. And I took a picture of it. They turned out the lights only on the aisle where your truck was. Have a good night, Walmart. Bye.